Good afternoon, welcome back. It is Monday, October 23rd, 2023. We have a couple of birthdays and a couple of events to talk about. And again, like with some of the birthdays and some of the events, there's sometimes not a lot, and that is one of those days today. So we're going to start off with two events. On this day in 1994 at Rockingham, North Carolina, in the Cup Series race, Dale Earnhardt wins the race and clinches his seventh NASCAR Cup Series championship. Rick Mast scores a career best second place finish. And, a lot of people argue the which system's better, the season long championship or the chase slash playoffs. I think the ratings, I think the grandstands, the number of empty seats, number of empty spots in the infield. Sure, there's a few races that still draw big crowds, but I think overall, I think if you look at the measurables, I think that speaks volumes. TV ratings, attendance, and just overall availability of merch and or there's different things you can measure it. I don't think NASCAR is nearly as popular as it was 15, 20, 30 years ago. And it shows. It really does show, in my opinion. But anyway, back to our events. Only other event I have is 10 years after that, in 2004 at Martinsville, Jamie McMurray wins his first and only career Truck Series race. And there seems to be this de facto stepladder to Cup where you start out in a lower division, then you go to ARCA, Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. That's just there. That you can use that if you want to jump Trucks and go to Xfinity, if you want to be in Trucks and jump Xfinity and go to Cup, or whatever you want to do it. Well, Jamie won his races in reverse order. He won his Cup race first, then he won his Xfinity race next, and then he won his Truck race, the third of the big three tour or National Series. Of course, Jamie's first Cup win and then Busch Series win were just a few weeks apart in 2002. So I think that momentum gained from that Charlotte win carried over and allowed him to get that first win in the second-tier series. So with birthdays born on this day in 1982, he made a few Indy Lights and a few other starts in open wheel in the early 2000s. Didn't have as much success as his dad or his grandfather, so obviously he's a third-generation driver. That'd be Al Unser III. And I remember during the early, mid-'80s there, after he was born, and they'd bring him to races, and they'd have pictures with Al Sr., Al Jr., and then they adorned him, the media adorned him as Mini Al. So Al Unser III, born on this day in 1982. Our next birthday, I thought I honestly had a card of this person, but I don't. But nonetheless, you know who he is. Born on this day in 1938, one of the greatest showmen in NASCAR, former promoter at Charlotte Motor Speedway, H.A. Humpy Wheeler. So happy birthday, Mr. Wheeler. And then our final one, I do have a card of. Born on this day in 1966, you recently seen him on the cover of a book that I bought, but not in a good way. Former IndyCar champion, former Formula One driver. That would be Alex Zanardi. You see these cards are perforated. I think they came in a sheet with 3 or 4 of the Target Ganassi Racing people, and it's for something. I don't even remember when or where I got these. I think they're super cool. Again, it's the only card that I have of Alex Zanardi. Of course, this is when he was with Target Chip Ganassi. Had a phenomenal run there. Did a lot of great things. And he's done a lot better things after his horrible accident. An accident that honestly would have left probably 90% of anybody else would have passed from that type of accident that he had, but it just shows you the spirit of Zanardi. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll have something to rip, I'm sure. I just got to figure out what we want to rip into. So thanks again. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Really, really would appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow.